we're back. We're going with a little different direction for our new channel. We're starting off ranking all 11 Spider-Man films on our little tier list that we made. We have an S tier, an A tier, a B tier, a C tier, a D tier, and then the worst tier of all, the LB tier.
It's pretty bad. We'll be honest. It's a bad tier. You don't want
Yeah,
to be there.
it,
It's
it,
like for the
it-
Sean Keegans of the world.
yeah, the Sean Keegans especially, Tofu Block
Yeah,
even.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
As you,
Well, as you can see, there's a movie that is already there and it's properly placed. That is TASM 2. I don't want to hear any argument about it should be higher, it should be an S. It's going to stay in the LB tier because that's where it belongs.
this genuinely might be the most horrible movie that I've ever watched in my entire life. Like to the point where it's like painful to actually look at when you like
He doesn't do
they
anything in
just
the movie.
it's
He
just
doesn't do
awful.
anything. It's a Peter Parker movie,
It's a
and
Peter
it's
Parker
terrible.
and his parents movie. Like I don't
Yeah.
care about Peter Parker's parents. Like Richard
Mhm.
Yeah, Parker should not be a focal point in the main plot line of a Spider-Man movie. I'm sorry. They also just pulled him in too many different directions. Like there wasn't a clear-cut like villain in my opinion, which
There was 100 of them.
was there was too many things going on. Like there was a lot of things that just didn't make sense. It was just bad.
The, the villain was the director, man. Who's like, there's no, there's no plot point that has to do with Spider-Man. Like, there's Gwen leaving, for England. There's nothing to do with Spider-Man.
I
There's
didn't even realize
Peter's.
she left to go to
There's
England, to be honest.
well, that was like one of the things
Well,
they were
she's
like,
trying
oh,
to
they
go to
had to break up
Oxford.
because of that. Yes, and there's of course, Peter's parents thing has nothing to do with Spider-Man again. It's like it's just makes no sense.
But the
But yeah, we
part
can move
about
on.
that I don't get is we already knew in TASM 1 that his dad made the spider. So why do we spend the entire second movie focusing on the fact that his dad made the spider? We already knew it. Yeah, it's just an all-around bound bad film, and the people who say otherwise are just trying to be different. I agree. You can say like I hate the people that are like, "Oh, it's nostalgia. It's nostalgic." If this is nostalgic for you, my goodness, you need a shakeup in your world because this is just terrible. I mean, I was 9 when this movie came out. There is not an ounce of nostalgia I have towards this movie. I rewatched this movie recently. There was a solid hour of this movie. I was just like stunned at what was occurring in this movie. Like it just didn't make any sense. It was juggling Harry all of a sudden being in this movie because he's not mentioned once in TASM 1. We have Peter and Gwen, which is the worst parts of every movie. Electro somehow in this movie, even though it doesn't seem like it. And I'm probably forgetting stuff because this movie sucks and it's so forgettable.
It happens in it. How could you remember?
I
Nothing.
can't remember it and I watched it 3 days ago.
I think no, no.
All right.
LB
We should
tier.
probably move on. We're going to start going in release order. TASM 2 is just a different level.
Yeah,
That's why
that
it's already there and why we're talking about it first, because it's the worst movie potentially to be made ever. So, all right,
it's
we're going
up
to
there.
start. We're going to start with the first Tobey Maguire movie. And personally, for me, this is my favorite Spider-Man movie. If it were up to me, this would be an S tier movie. See,
Mm,
it's a catalyst movie, like in terms of like if we don't get this Spider-Man movie, we don't get any of the MCU, anything else. So I think it's historic for that fact, but I don't think it's the best movie. I think it's probably like a B, maybe an A, in my opinion. B
whoa,
tier.
B. B is crazy. I
B
mean,
is
it depends.
crazy. I just think the
We
good
got we
Spider-Man
can
movies you can't
yeah
compare to. And I think it
we
is
can switch
good,
from the
but it
tiers, but like I no, you're crazy. B tier is way too low.
I think it
Okay.
has the best bad guy of any Spider-Man movie, like
Agreed.
easily.
Um, yeah, well, terrible design though, but
Yeah, I kind of like the mask.
it's all
It's
right.
definitely
But
it's an acquired taste, 100%.
it's great ending. The final scene where he says, what does he say? He says, "Ben Parker was my father." That's well, you can't give a B tier.
All
Can't
right,
do it, man.
all right. Am I
I
outvoting?
think
What
we
we
go.
doing? We doing
I think
A?
we'll go A. We'll go A, and then
I'm okay with. I guess I'm okay with that. But
we'll
okay,
keep
I
going.
I like
But
it. I think that there's
What, at least three movies that are better than that, in my opinion.
I disagree.
But I don't know.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
You we said it was like TASM 2 is nostalgic for people. The Toby movies are nostalgic for me. So I do hold them a little closer to the heart than maybe I will for the other movies, but I don't know. I'll agree with A for now.
All right, next one, Spider-Man 2.
This is
Some would
S.
argue
Fair.
one of the greatest superhero movies of all
The
time.
greatest.
Hmm.
I would
The
say it's
greatest.
not, in my opinion, it's not as good as the first one, but this is also an
Easily.
S tier movie. This is an S tier movie as well.
Yeah,
There's
I don't think there's much
Like,
of a debate here. I
uh,
think it's an S
I
tier
think it's
movie.
better, but
there's no
it's very good
scene
movie.
more iconic and more well done than the train scene.
Yeah,
From
for
just start to finish, that whole 10-minute segment or however long it is, unbelievable.
you want to
There's
get to
so many
him, you gotta
iconic
go through
scenes in that
me.
movie. Seriously, dude. You gotta get to Mortar. You gotta get through me first.
And
But
me.
so many good scenes, dude. The hospital scene with Doc Ock.
Hmm.
I like Harry Osborn in that movie.
I
J.
agree.
Jonah Jameson is absolutely. I mean, he's every meme ever in that movie.
I mean, even the scenes where Peter loses the ability to be Spider-Man in those
Yeah,
movies, those are fun. It's fun to see him deal with that and shift back into a normal Peter Parker.
Aunt May. Aunt May's unbelievable in that movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I May kind of sucks, but we'll let it slide.
No,
What?
I like her in that
No,
movie.
she's
Stop it.
fine. She's just a
That's
nothing burger
by
for
far
me.
the best Aunt May. I don't think anyone even compares.
Yeah,
Easily.
By
yeah,
far.
but I don't think it's a
Easily.
high bar that was set.
Doesn't matter. She's by far
Whatever.
the best.
What I
She
like
is the
about
GOAT.
this movie is it's a great balance of Peter Parker and Spider-Man. Some of these movies, it's a little too heavy where it's all Spider-Man or it's all Peter Parker. This is the perfect blend, and it shows that Peter wants to do the right thing no matter what.
Mhm.
It's got a great villain, Doc Ock. It's iconic. Harry is the best in the entire trilogy in this movie. Uh, I had someone else and I forgot. I mean, the
You
Ruined
train
forgot.
scene's iconic. There's just so many iconic scenes in this
the bank
movie.
scene. Forget about the
The bank
bank
scene's
scene.
very good.
Or
It's
even like,
unbelievable.
Even the
Some of the
scene
best
before,
action.
but the scene before where Doc Ock is talking to Peter over dinner when he's talking to his
Yeah.
wife and saying how like and you could just see their relationship and how it started and how it grew. It just makes that scene where he like the power of the sun blows up and it kills his wife. You could see how that would be so impactful. Like there's just little things at like various points in this movie that just elevate all the characters in it. And I think that gets lost in the next movie we're going to talk about, and then later on with the Tarzan movies as well.
I think that I don't love Mary Jane in these movies. I think she's a little hit or miss. But again, this is like the best that she's in the Raimi trilogy. And I don't think it's the best Spider-Man movie. We'll get to that shortly. But I think it's the best live action Spider-Man movie.
I think this is the greatest superhero movie ever made. And I don't think it'll ever be topped.
All right.
And
All right, next movie. See, this one's another, like, these movies are all, in my opinion, amazing. This one's good for a different reason. We got Spider-Man 3. This movie very much is a step down from the first two. However,
easily
I think this movie is hilarious to watch and is so much fun. It
was
it's
it's
not
a fun rewatch. That's for damn
right,
sure.
right.
Yeah.
It's
Uh,
yeah.
there's a
There's
couple
not a lot
plot
of
points I
movies like that.
absolutely hate. I don't like some of them.
Yeah, but like just the fact that I always say this whenever I talk about this movie, the fact that Eddie Brock, Topher Grace in this movie, went to church, he sought God to kill Peter Parker, not Spider-Man. He didn't even know he was Spider-Man. He wasn't even Venom yet. He had no idea.
Uh,
He hated Peter Parker so much, he went to God to get that man killed.
I have
It's
so much
just,
to say
yeah.
about this movie. Obviously, like Matt said, it's a step down from Spider-Man 1 and 2. I think this is a hilarious bad movie. It's not great, but like you say, if you put it on and you want to like laugh at like how bad this movie is, like it's a
It's
10 out
that
of
bad.
10 of like a bad like a purposefully bad movie watch.
I wouldn't say it's necessarily
I call it
bad.
Oh
bad.
no, it's
Oh,
a bad movie when you
I
look
don't
at
think
it.
it's bad. I think it's just all over the place, but in a good way. Like it bounces around with too many things, but it's there's not a scene in that movie I watch and I'm like, that sucked. That was bad.
I disagree.
I mean, I think the design of Venom is bad,
Hmm.
and I think that Like that to me, that's the only problem is that they kind of forced Venom to be in this movie. But I think Topher Grace gets a lot of hate. I think he's fantastic as Eddie Brock. Absolutely fantastic as Eddie Brock. The second he turns into Venom, it's kind of terrible, but like it's funny.
No, I love Topher Grace. That 70 show is one of my favorite shows of all time, but he is so out of place as Eddie Brock. It's
He's
Eddie
not.
Brock's
Yeah.
supposed to be like this tough guy jock, and when you look at him, you shouldn't look at Eric Foreman as Venom.
Yeah, but the way they portray Venom in this movie is that like it enhances the bad parts about you, right? That's why Peter turns into like what he turns into. This takes the kid who's like a wimp who thinks he's really good at everything and like above everybody else, turns him into a monster. So like he's not necessarily a villain before that, but like he's a bad person. He's just
I
not like a tough guy. So then
think
he gets the
Sand. I
suit
think
and yeah,
yeah.
go ahead.
I was gonna say I think Sandman's way worse. Fucking lie.
Eh,
I don't. He's a
Shane's
good
dad from
actor.
Tires.
He
yeah,
did good in his part, I'll say. But the story made no sense. How they like retconned
yeah, that
Ben
was
Parker's
stupid.
death. So dumb. His motivations are terrible. Like what? Like he's like a criminal, so he just tries to destroy the entire city and like kills
Quicksand.
Spider-Man on live television. Why? Like what? I don't get it.
I will say this is clearly like the first movie you can see where Sony was forcing their ideas and like the stuff that they wanted to do. Like like Sam Raimi's gone on record and saying that he didn't want Venom in this movie. He just wanted Harry and Sandman to be the bad guys. So obviously like, when you have to make a movie where you don't want a certain character in the movie, it's gonna tank it regardless. Like they tried their best, but let's be real, like this has like TASM 2 levels of trying to do too much.
No.
Yes, it
It's not
does.
even
It
close.
Maybe
has.
It is
maybe
not
trying
even
to
close to
mm,
Well,
that bad.
maybe
obviously, yeah,
maybe
but
trying to do too much, but they fulfill a lot more than Tatum 2 ever could even dream of.
Easily. Easily.
a
They
part
hit
of
the
this,
mark on way more things.
one of the parts of
I
this
would
movie I
say I
don't
would
like.
say
Go ahead, Matt.
I was just gonna say that this movie, in my opinion, is a C tier movie.
Um,
It's like
I don't know
perfectly in
about
the
that.
middle. It's
I'll
perfectly in
put
the
it there
middle.
for now. I'll put it there for now,
It
and then we
it
can see the
has
rest of the
there's
rankings.
Okay, yeah, we can go to it at
there's a
the end.
lot
I don't
there's a
agree with
lot of
that.
good in this movie. There's a lot of fun parts in this movie. And if you're watching a superhero movie, you're not wa I at least I'm not watching it 100% for the story. I'm watching it to have fun and see like fun characters do fun things. Like I don't need to have this groundbreaking Emmy-winning story. Like this is just a fun movie to turn on and watch and just enjoy it. Like don't look too much into the characters. Don't do all that. It's just a fun
Um,
movie. There
I
could be
I
Spider-Man 2 is, or TASM 2 is the epitome of they tried to do the same thing and have it be like a lot of characters and be somewhat fun and it was just terrible.
You can tell that
So
this movie hit like a certain point where like they didn't know what to do with certain characters. So like
oh
Harry
dude,
loses his memory and is gone for
Harry's
half the
horrible.
movie.
Why'd they do that?
Because they needed Venom to be in it, so that Harry had to take the back
Yeah.
seat. Mary Jane
James
Watson
Franco was
is
good,
just
dude.
Mary
He
Jane
was
Watson
good.
makes no sense in this movie. How she just doesn't love
Um,
Peter, she loves Harry, and then when Harry's dead, she's like, "Oh, I'll go back to
I
Peter."
I like that part that
I know I'm not a
that she
fan of
kind of
that.
loses interest in Peter because he's just making it all about himself. Like he's got his confidence back as Spider-Man after the second
Hmm.
movie, and he's just leaning too heavy into Spider-Man, which of course with that scene with Gwen where he kisses her and whatever at the celebration for
Yeah,
Spider-Man, whatever. Yeah, that's I like that part of it. The part I don't like is how Harry loses memory, and the reason he becomes a good guy at the end is because his butler tells him that it was an accident that his dad died or whatever, Spider-Man. How is that how that gets resolved, man? Who thought of that?
I
And why did Peter wait so long to explain that? I don't
Bernard is the
understand.
hero. Bernard is the
I
hero.
yeah, sure,
Harry
we'll go with
was,
that.
the
hate
Green
that.
Goblin. The Green Goblin says to Peter, he was like, "Don't tell Harry
Yeah.
what happened." So
Took
he
it to
doesn't.
heart.
Didn't
But
tell him.
but Spider-Man can't be like, you know what? It was simply an accident. I mean, anyone
Well,
could tell you that. It was literally in
well,
the news.
he does try
So,
to talk to Harry at the start of the movie, and Harry wants nothing to do
yeah.
with him.
Why? Because he's a
Yeah, that
goblin at
is
that
true.
point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But
he's
he
sure,
had
taking the
that's
plenty of
fair
same.
chances to
argument.
explain it. Never
That's
did.
fair.
All right,
But
we got to move on. We just spent way too much time on Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, here we go. The first Amazing Spider-Man.
mm,
And I'll say this. it is not even close to as bad as the second one.
True.
This movie
I don't
is
know. It's
boring.
it's alright.
It's a little boring, but it does the job. I mean, it's a Spider-Man origin story, which we've seen 100 times. Like, it does everything it needed to be. In my opinion, it was a decent starting point. I
Worst
think
suit
if
ever.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's not a good suit.
not a good
And it
suit.
was also he was also kind of like an asshole, which I didn't like.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
he's
didn't
too
like
Andrew
arrogant
Garfield
for Peter
Spider-Man.
Parker.
he's
That's not
way
what
too
Peter Parker
arrogant.
is.
Right. He almost seemed like he was a bully as a superhero, and I didn't like
Yeah,
that. But
Oh,
I mean, I would say personally, it's a D tier.
that's where I was gonna go for that.
I was gonna say D
yeah.
tier. I don't think it's
Yeah,
as
I'll go
bad as
there.
Spider-Man 3. It's 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 whatever. It's just a bland movie that it's like if you can't rewatch a movie and enjoy it, then it's bad. Like then it's you lose me.
I
I need
think
to be
this
able to
movie's the
rewatch a
definition of
movie.
mid.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
It's so mid.
like
Like
I
I
don't
can't call
remember.
it bad, but
I don't remember the last time I watched this movie. I don't really remember a whole lot outside of like the Peter and Gwen stuff and the lizard. The lizard also just wanting to turn everyone into lizards is just stupid.
And that was kind of weird.
Like the way Peter tries to hunt down like Ben's killer, it's just not like Peter Parker at all.
Right.
He's
Well, I
like,
mean, he
yeah,
kind of did that in the first movie, but like the way he went about it in
I
this
hate
movie
that.
was weird because he was
yeah,
like stalking people.
yeah,
So, you know,
Hot take. I think Andrew Garfield is actually terrible as Spider-Man. I really think he's terrible.
yeah.
I
He's
agree.
not good. I don't know why
I
people
think
like him that
Andrew
much.
Garfield himself is a good actor. It's just the stuff he was given to work. Like it was just I don't understand
If
how
he
that
was
got
given,
greenlit.
if he was handed a decent script for
Mm.
Spider-Man, we would probably be sitting here talking about how he's the best Spider-Man, but he
No,
wasn't. But he wasn't.
no,
He was handed terrible scripts and
no,
his
stop it.
movies, and he was terrible. I'm saying he was terrible.
Well,
But
it's not even like he
if he
got
was given
But
a
handed.
he was
chance,
bad. But he was bad.
yeah,
His
because the movies
character
were awful
stinks.
though. Well, yeah, because you're right. He wasn't the one who
He
wrote his
doesn't look. He
character.
also just doesn't look like Peter Parker, man.
Yeah,
He's like way
He's
too
got
like cool. Let's fuck it. I'll say it. He's too hot. He's too hot, man.
he's too hot.
I feel like he's too at least too
Too.
tall.
He's way too hot.
Yeah,
Too hot. Okay.
I don't think that's it.
He's
Oh, well, yeah. He's too mortar.
okay. You can't
No.
buy him as a nerd
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
or like
we
a loser or
especially
anything
like
like
the
that.
early on like Peter Parker in the comics, you look at him, he's got glasses, he's all nerdy. In this Andrew
Yeah, only
Garfield,
nerds
he's
wear
like a
glasses.
skater. He's like a skater, like punk type of kid. Like that's not Peter Parker.
Yeah,
Like Peter Parker should like struggle to get the girl, all that stuff. Like look at Toby. Like with him and MJ in like school, MJ didn't look at him. Like she didn't care. And Gwen is like all over him. I just hate the Andrew and Gwen or the Peter and Gwen scenes. They're just so stupid. It's just mumbling nonsense, and it just goes on way too long.
they're hard
I don't like
watches,
us
man.
talking about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're ready to move on. I don't
there
care.
really isn't much else to say.
Yeah,
I
fair.
don't care about these
All right.
movies. I hate them.
All
Next.
right. We get our first MCU Spider-Man, and I don't really like this movie.
Oh, I disagree. I really like
I think it's
Homecomings.
good. I think it's good. I think it is criminally overrated.
See, I think
It's
it's
a decent
properly
movie.
rated.
No, it's a decent
There
movie,
was a long
but
time online where this movie got so much unnecessary hate. I think it's kind of like level heads are prevailing here and people are actually giving it the credit it deserves. But I mean, personally, I like Spider-Man Homecoming. I'm not, it's like a comfort movie for me. So obviously my ranking's gonna be way higher than your guys's. But
I would,
I personally would put it in A, but everyone here is gonna put it in B, so I think we put it in B.
yeah, it's a B tier movie.
Um, yeah, I'll put it in B for now. I really like this movie though. I would not be opposed to putting it
I
in A,
like, I,
but
I shouldn't say that I don't like this movie because I do like this movie. I just think it's an overrated movie. I don't think this movie is as good as people think it is. Like
I
it's
think
a
they
B tier movie. It's better than the last three movies we talked about, but it doesn't come close to the first two Spider-Man movies. And I don't think it even comes close to the last two Spider-Man movies to come out.
Can I ask you why you don't like it? I'm just curious.
I just think it's like it's another. It's not really an origin story, but it's like the first setting up Spider-Man, going through all the Spider-Man character stuff again. And I just by that point in time, I'm over it, and I don't really care. I think it's got a good villain. I think the villain's fine. I don't really like Zendaya. Um, she's not really even in this movie, but
Yeah, I
like
was
I
gonna
don't
say
like
that.
her. I don't like what's her name? Whoever the love interest in this
Liz.
movie, I don't really like. Yeah, I don't like Liz. I think it was a cool moment when Michael Keaton opens the door and everyone was like, "Oh, he's the bad guy." But
Yeah.
I don't know. There's
I,
a time jump of like or 8 years when in reality it's supposed to be like 4.
Yeah, they messed up the
There's some
time jump.
like, yeah.
well,
Uh,
I like the whole Iron Boy Jr. thing. I don't get why people hate on that. I think it's a good way to do like a different type of origin story. It's not really an origin story. It's like an origin story for him becoming like an Avenger, I guess.
Hmm.
Him becoming a legit superhero, but I don't think this is really an origin story. I think this is more so like it's gonna sound corny, but like a coming of
It's.
age story.
I was just about to say that's what it is, and for me, I don't want to watch a Spider-Man coming of age movie. At the time, like, even at the time, like where they were at in the MCU, I think it would have just been cooler if he struggled a lot, and then by like halfway through the movie, he was like fully Spider-Man. But he'd gone through the struggle after going to DC and doing all that stuff.
See, my
I
only
agree
problem
with
with this
that.
movie is that at the end he kind of like you get the sense that he's like, oh, he's Spider-Man now. Like now he's locked in. Now he's Spider-Man. And then the next two movies he's still stupid as fuck.
Right,
That's what
exactly.
I don't like. The next two
Yes,
movies
Yeah.
ruin this movie a little bit, in my opinion.
Okay,
I
fair.
also don't like how many people immediately know who he is as Spider-Man.
Yeah, I don't like that
I
about like
don't
Spider-Man in general. How many people
like the
find out
whole
Agreed.
right
point,
away?
the whole like because Ned finds out he's Spider-Man, Aunt May finds out he's
Oh,
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I just didn't. I'm not a fan of that. I don't like them knowing that.
Hmm.
It's a lot more fun and cooler for his
nice.
character that they don't know. All
But
right,
what I like about this movie is I really like the Vulture. I think his inclusion is really cool. Like you said, the reveal of him as like the Vulture is so cool, and like it's something you didn't expect. And I really like when they're on the way to the school dance, where the Vulture figures out that Peter is Spider-Man. I think that's a great little reveal. But in terms of like actually Spider-Man, I dig the suit in this one. It's not the best. I think it's the best MCU suit up until Brand New Day. Uh, I like Iron Man's inclusion. It's like the perfect amount of RDJ before it's not like overstaying his welcome. I do like the Iron Boy Jr. stuff, but like it hits a point in the second and the third one where I'm like, okay, I want to see Spider-Man be Spider-Man. I don't want him to see him be like a sidekick. But I really like this movie. I like Peter and Ned. I think they work perfectly together. Liz is like whatever. Aunt May's hot in this one.
okay.
It's a solid
He's
movie.
Mott. Her and Andrew Garfield we get along real well. But
Okay.
um, yeah, no, it's a good movie. I say we just move on.
No.
All right,
I think we'll end up changing it.
our next movie is the first animated Spider-Man movie, the Into the Spider-Verse. I love this movie. I think this movie is fantastic.
Say that again.
Spectacular.
It's an unbelievable movie. Like it
I
really
think
is.
this is
I'm
hands
putting
down
it
the best
S tier.
Spider-Man movie of all time.
I
Hands
don't think
down.
it's the best I don't even think it's
Hands
the
down.
best Spider-Verse movie.
Oh, stop.
I don't. I like
Stop.
the second one more. But we'll
Stop. The
talk about
second
that
one's an
more
incomplete
later.
movie.
So what? Infinity War was an incomplete movie.
But it got
No, it
completed.
wasn't.
Yeah, it
Infinity War is
was.
not incomplete.
Yes, it
When was it?
was.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No.
That's like calling any MCU movie incomplete because there's more to the story after.
That's not true at all.
No, Into the Spider-Verse
There's no ending of
is like
Across the Spider-Verse. There's no ending.
The,
it's just so open-ended.
It's
I like
so
open-ended.
it. I like it, but it doesn't it can't even lace up the first one's shoes. That's
I
not
think
good.
it's better. We'll talk about it more when we get
I
to it.
mean,
But
we can put it up.
I still think it's an S tier movie. But
Are we
I wouldn't
saying
say
which one
it's.
are we saying is better?
I don't
Uh
think Spider-Man 2
Spider-Man
is
2.
worse than that.
no,
Spider-Man 2 is way better than
I
that.
think Into the Spider-Verse is you want to talk about the best superhero movie ever. I think Into the Spider-Verse is the best superhero movie ever.
I wouldn't even say it's top
It's
three.
just perfect. The stuff with Miles, the What's Up Danger is a top three scene in movie history.
No,
Again,
it's
Maybe
not.
not, but
similar pro it has a similar problem with Homecoming, where the movie after kind of ruins a part of the movie
Yeah.
because the part with the super collider and all the Spider-Man. Why is there no what is it? What do they call it? The Spider Society, like the whole multiverse thing.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
is Miguel O'Hara not involved with that at
Well,
all?
the whole thing is that like Miles is like an anomaly. So like they technically had a Spider-Man for their universe. Maybe they just didn't
No, but
figure out that Miles wasn't their Peter or something.
this is what I'm saying
I
with the
don't
Cross the
remember.
Spider-Verse. It kind of retcons a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. I don't like that part.
I
I
just
also think that this movie's just good. Like, it's just a great movie. Like, sure,
Oh, it
some of the
is.
things here and there are like iffy. And I know I just said I don't really like Spider-Man origin stories, but the way this movie goes about it is just, it's not the same. Like, you have legitimate Spider-Man who know what they're doing and are Spider-Man, and then you have him trying to figure it out and get there to be where he needs to be. I really enjoy this movie.
This is just
The
the
callback.
perfect introduction to Miles Morales. Like they couldn't have done a better job introducing the world to what Miles Morales can do. You like ask anyone like who's the character that they want to see most in the MCU? I feel like 9 out of 10 people will say they want to see Miles Morales
Oh
because
yeah,
of
for
these
sure.
movies.
They even have a good representation of what I think the Kingpin is. I, I like him in the MCU and the Daredevil show, but he is supposed to be like a larger than life, like monstrous sized human being, and it's almost like kind of silly. But I think this movie pulls it off really well. And then you have the meme that's still like, I still see it every once in a while, where with the Mets and all that stuff. But this movie's just like it made an impact on, like, I would say on animated movies in general, the way they did it. It's a fantastic movie.
This and the
Well,
second one are just so visually appealing. Like anytime you like rewatch it, it's like nothing ever looks out of place. Like oh this is outdated and stuff like that. Like you get with like CGI and like live action, like it just looks so good throughout the entirety of the movie.
Yeah.
I
All right,
will
I think
say
we can move on. Oh,
the ending scene in the super collider. I gotta say it. I love this movie. It's probably maybe second on my ranking, but it's so corny, man. He does like I don't. You got to rewatch it. He does about like 10 callbacks in a row. He doesn't have any original dialogue in the
You
end.
gotta
You
go
got to
home,
watch it.
man.
Yeah, he says like he just says callback. Like, it's cool for like the first couple times, and then he just keeps doing it with like the hey, the shoulder hey. He says
No,
everyone's
I think
quote
it's
back to them.
cool.
They are good individually, but when you watch it, I'm telling you, you got to watch it. Like with that mindset, it's just not. I don't know. I didn't like it
Another
as much as I
another
remembered.
underrated part of this movie is not everyone knew that his uncle is the Prowler. So when you're watching it for the first time and you get that like big reveal where he takes his mask off,
Yeah,
like it's awesome.
yeah, that
when
Um,
was
he's in the
pretty
apartment,
electric.
when he's in his
yeah.
Yeah.
apartment, invisible. Whew. All right, we'll move on though.
All right,
All right.
let's move on.
Next MCU movie was this one, Far From Home. Listen, listen.
Here we
We
go.
talked earlier about movies being unrewatchable. This movie is so bland and boring. I am I I hate this movie, and this movie could have been so good. Spider-Man sucks. I'm gonna say it. He sucks in this movie. I don't
Well,
like I think there's some cool scenes with Mysterio. I think Spider-Man's suits in this movie are terrible.
Hmm.
I think the Edith glasses are just gone from existence. They don't
yeah.
exist anymore. Like,
They got
It
confiscated.
it feels like they put about 5 seconds of thought into this movie.
this movie's just not,
It's
it's so bland. For the,
dude,
what is it? Was this the first movie after Endgame?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Following
you
Avengers Endgame, you send this piece of garbage out.
See, I
dude, the
don't think
scene
it's
where
I'm
that
putting this
bad.
in, this is a C tier movie.
That's
hold
where I
on,
was gonna put it.
This is a C tier movie. But
the scene
like,
where the scene where they're in like is it like the plane? What are they in? They're like in Happy Hogan's plane or whatever in Netherlands.
Yeah.
And Happy gives him the whole pep talk, and he's like, you're not Iron Man. No one will ever be Iron Man. You gotta just be Spider Man." And the very next scene is Led Zeppelin, or whatever it was. He's being Iron Man. The very next scene, he's making his own suit. They're
Uh,
literally like, what? They literally just said, "Don't be Iron Man." The next scene, he's Iron Man.
I really
I
Why?
also
did.
don't even like the design of his suit. Spider-Man
Oh, it
is
looks
red.
stupid.
He's red and blue. He's
Why
red
did
and
they
blue.
do
He's
that?
literally
And they
always red.
used it for like They used it for like a half a movie after too.
It was just to sell like action figures, I swear.
It is
Definitely.
awful. It's
That's
just
what
so terrible.
he's had Tom Holland's had like 90 different suits at this point.
I might be
Or-
talking myself into putting this into D tier.
No, I think it's a C movie.
But
This might be a D tier in front of the first Amazing Spider-Man movie.
No,
They
this
my
wasted
movie,
Mysterio. They
nah,
wasted Mysterio. They made
I didn't like
Mysterio.
Mysterio. I like Mysterio.
I really
But he,
dig what
but
Mysterio
why?
does in
His
this
whole
movie.
motive was that Tony Stark used his thing
Yeah.
and called it barf.
Well,
Yeah,
I
That
think
was
I
his
don't get
motive for
is
destroying the world.
why did no one know who Mysterio was? That's my thing. Is like he worked for Tony Stark. Someone out there had to know who he was.
But
Like
he also
someone,
made like the like you can go back in time virtually or whatever it was. Like
no, he just
you could augment reality, I think is what it
like it was
was.
the projections and stuff. Like you can
Yeah,
but
augment
that's a
reality.
li-
Yeah,
like
but what I'm saying is he was telling the world that he's from a different universe. How does no one on Earth be like, oh, that's the guy that used to work for Stark
oh,
Industries?
that's my former
right.
How does
coworker
no one put
Quentin.
that together? Yeah, exactly. There's no one put
But
that together.
he also collected
It's
like 10
horrible.
other Stark Industries employees.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they weren't
Does
ever
no
like
one get
on
caught?
screen like him though.
How did no one notice like, hey, they're doing
Yeah,
this?
it's horribly thought out. I think he was
Yeah.
good in it though, but it
I
was
really
horribly
like
thought out.
Jake Gyllenhaal. I think he was a fantastic Mysterio. I think his performance as Mysterio raises this movie up higher. I think C tier is perfect for this
I
movie.
would say it's C tier
I would
behind the
I would
Spider-Man 3.
I would put
Yeah.
D tier in front of TASM.
It's D tier in front of TASM,
All right,
I
D
would
tier in
if
say.
we
front of
can
But
agree
Tasm.
on that.
I will say this movie is hilarious. It is the
Like
comedy
it has
hits
its
in my
moments,
opinion.
yeah,
Oh,
100%.
also that just reminded me of the what's his name, Brad,
Oh yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
kid
Like
who
Peter's like
grows up
rival in
five,
this movie.
genuinely the worst character in the history of cinema. Just
Yeah,
pointless,
he's a
awful
nothing
character.
burger.
So awful.
So stupid.
Why
I
is
don't
he
know why he's in this
pointless?
movie.
He
What is
was just
pointless about him?
he was just there to like try to get MJ, but like he didn't actually get he never got MJ. So like what was the point?
Yes.
If he I think it would have been better if he ended up getting MJ and then Peter like and then it happened. Instead he was just like there and apparently was annoying to MJ. I just thought that was stupid.
I love all the stuff with the two teachers, Mr. Harrington and then I don't remember JB Smooth's character's name. I think they
Yeah.
worked so well together.
Yeah. I also don't like how
He's
they called it the blip.
Yeah, that's stupid.
They called the snap the blip, and then that kind of like made it seem comedic. They kind of made it seem comedic in the way it happened. Like they were
Eh,
like, "Oh, the band got hit by the basketball players and they got
no, that
snapped
that was
back." And
funny.
yeah, but like it shouldn't have been funny. This was like a big deal. Half the
Yeah.
world just came back to life, and they're like, "Oh, they got ran into and fell over."
We gotta talk
Like,
about how the movie opens with like the in memoriam. I think that's gold.
eh,
I think they handled the end game stuff really well here.
I agree.
I didn't like how they did. I
I
feel
think
like
the
they
end
should
is
have.
probably the best in the whole MCU.
Well, yeah, but that's not saying much.
Mm.
D tier.
But
All right, should
yeah,
we move on here?
I used to love this
Yeah.
movie, but
You can't rewatch this movie. That's the problem it has. That's the main problem.
Yeah, it's not very rewatchable. I'll give you
All
that.
right, we can move on. I'm tired of ranting on this movie. We
it's
have a
interesting.
very this okay. The next movie I'm very happy to talk about because I love this movie. Spider-Man No Way Home just combines like my childhood with my adulthood in one movie. Like seeing Tobey Maguire and Tom Holland. I mean, Andrew Garfield was there too, but like
He
whatever.
sucks.
He sucks. You have Tobey Maguire back on screen as Spider-Man. And it's you have all the bad guys coming back and it's done so perfectly in my opinion. I think it's an amazing movie. there's
To say it's
I
done
there's
perfectly is just stupid. To say it's done perfectly is stupid.
I
That
think
movie
it
is far from perfect.
I think this movie
Far
is
from
an
home.
unbelievable movie. I think this movie
No,
like
It's
it's a
perfect
really
from
good
far, but
movie.
far from perfect.
I
no,
wouldn't
I
say it's
disagree.
perfect, but it's a good
They're
movie.
on,
Like when you do rewatch it, visually, it is a mess. You can tell this movie was filmed during COVID. It's all just a green screen. Like some of the stuff where like the scene with like Flash when he finds out Peter Spider-Man is just
oh,
horrendous. When
But
they're
I
in
feel like you can't I don't know. I feel like you can't blame you can't really blame them. It was filmed when like they couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah,
I
but
don't care.
what are you gonna do?
It is what it is.
It's in the
Um,
movie. I can judge it.
I
It's in the
I
movie.
think this movie is written as poorly as Far From Home and Homecoming. I really
Oh
do
no,
think it
that's
is. I do. I think they do things better. I will say that they improve, but I think it's on the same level as Stupidity
Yeah.
no,
easily.
I disagree.
Well,
There's
when you
so many
get
stupid plot holes in this, and Peter Parker is so unbelievably dumb. Why do they keep making him stupid as fuck? It's so bad, man. He tries to trick the entire world because they couldn't get into a college. What are we doing, man? Is
Yeah,
Peter
that is true.
Parker smart or not?
yeah,
This is the come on, man. Horrible.
well,
And Doctor Strange just goes along with it?
this
Why?
movie's gonna be highly regarded regardless, just because of the fact that they were able to have all three Spider-Man on the screen at the same time. I mean, don't forget how incredibly boring and unwatchable the first hour of this movie is. Up until Doc Ock and the Green Goblin come back, this movie is boring. And then
I
as
don't
soon
think
as the
Um,
so.
action picks
I don't think
up,
so.
it's
I wouldn't say that
unmissable. I think it's must-see TV. But
because before Toby and Andrew show up, they have the villains start showing up.
that's what I'm saying. I go from
Right.
the I go or whatever. Up until Doc Ock appears, this movie is boring.
I disagree. I think it has
I think
great
there's
moments
good
before
parts in
that.
it.
No, I think it's
Daredevil debuts in the MCU
yeah,
before. I think
he's
that's a
on the
good
screen for
spot.
45 seconds and he's on his way.
And
Like that seems cool, but when you like I don't really care about like Peter and MJ and Ned not being able to get into school. I think that's boring.
yeah,
It's like this movie was so forced. Listen, I get it was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. Still is unbelievable. I love the movie, but people call it the best Spider-Man movie ever. I think that's just crazy to say. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
think
not.
I don't even know if I'd put it top five. I really don't know.
I would
I
put
think
it
it's
top
top five.
five. It's definitely
I don't
top
think I would.
five. I don't. Oh, it might not be.
I don't
I don't
think
think
it's
it
that
is,
people say it's unbelievable. I don't know. People call it the best MCU movie.
Nah,
but it's
I don't
not
again
that's
don't think
far
I'd
even
put it
fetched.
top
close.
five there either.
I
I
wouldn't.
think there's too many problems, man. It just feel like the more
Yeah.
it's pretty unwatchable. Same thing with Far From Home. It's pretty unwatchable. The more
Well,
and
I
more you think about
guess,
the plot, it's just why.
but the rewatchability of it, knowing
it's
what's
there. It's
coming,
there.
it's there because you get those moments with Toby and Andrew and Willem Dafoe and Alfred Molina and you
So
Yeah.
get
many
it,
plot
you get
holes.
it. But this movie, like I said about Spider-Man 3, that's a movie I would watch that I don't care about the plot for. It's one of those kinds of
It's
movies to me.
completely again. I could you could probably watch this movie and every scene I could tell you a legit plot issue with it. Like I probably could. The scene where how Aunt May dies, so stupid. They go to the apartment and he tells his friends don't come, it's dangerous, but he lets his aunt in. Is Peter Parker smart or not? How many like every scene I have to ask myself, is he smart or is he not? It
But
makes no sense.
they have the greatest representation of the Spidey sense in that same sequence
That
of
was
when
great.
all of a sudden he
That was
starts
great.
like, what's going on? And it's Willem Dafoe.
That's a great scene.
It's
It was a great
unbelievable.
scene. That and the final battle are all-time Spider-Man
Oh,
Yeah.
scenes. But
absolutely.
again, too many plot holes
All right,
for me
I
to even
think
like
Hold on,
I
feel
before we
critical.
go,
think
I
okay,
got
okay.
one more thing to say. A tiny nitpick I have about this movie is when Andrew's talking about Gwen, and he's like, "She was my MJ." How does he know who MJ is? She doesn't
Yes.
exist in his
There's a
universe.
lot of that. There's a lot of that movie. And the
Well, she does,
Electro,
but she never made the TASM 2
I
cut,
think
and
I
they never
think
interacted.
yeah.
no, no, no. I think it's like Peter and MJ, like they had to have talked about it.
And
MJ was
I
there with
guess,
Peter. I think
yeah,
it's just more of like, oh, he was my
yeah, I
like the love of
understand
my
that,
life is what
but
he's saying. Like that I don't have a problem with that.
Electro should also not know who Peter Parker is based on TASM
oh
2.
yeah,
That should not
yeah,
be a thing.
he shouldn't be
Yeah, I
there.
don't know why. I
Well,
don't know why
also too,
he.
like the big
Why is
thing
he
is
yellow?
they all died fighting Spider-Man. Obviously, Sandman and Lizard didn't die.
Yeah, no. There's too many
Yeah,
things they didn't explain. There's too many things
Yeah.
just completely retcon. Too many things they just wanted to do just to do it.
Also, it's kind of funny when you consider the fact that Sandman and the Lizard actors were never physically on set for this movie. They just reused footage from their movies that they were
Yeah.
in. Like it was like it's cool that they lended their voices to it, but like
Yeah.
if you like went all out to get Alfred Molina, uh, Green Goblin, I couldn't think of his
Well,
real name, and then Jamie Foxx,
I'm pretty sure Sandman
what
couldn't be
what
there
is
because of
what is two
COVID.
more people hurt?
But
It was
whatever.
probably the COVID limitation,
I guess.
but I think we should
All right,
place this
where are we
movie
putting
now.
it?
No, I don't know.
I think it
I would
goes B
say
after Homecoming,
Yeah,
or it's top of C.
whoa, that's low. I was gonna say either A or
it's
in
low.
front of B.
That is low. This movie's still very, very good, despite
All right,
all that,
where
all the
are we going?
issues.
I would say it's an A repeater at the
Not?
lowest.
I think it's between Spider-Man 1 and Homecoming.
All right, so
Yeah.
what are we
You can put
being?
it at
Top
you
of
can put
B
it
or behind it in A?
doesn't matter.
Someone answer.
I would say B.
Top.
Top of B.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Next movie. Okay, here we go. This is gonna be a big debate for us because I think this is the best animated Spider-Man movie across the Spider-Verse. I think this movie is unbelievable to watch. I rewatched it recently. It is so good. So good. I mean, it's
I
just
think
so
it's
good.
good. I just don't think it
It
can
is
lace
definitely
up into the
great.
Spider-Verse's boots.
Oh, dude.
You know, my
When was the
biggest
last? I don't know when the last time you saw this movie was, but you need to rewatch it immediately because it's so good.
two two big problems. One, I think I already said, was that it's incomplete. Um, argue with all you want, it is incomplete.
Don't think it matters.
Two, the scene where he's running through the multiverse. How does what was it like 1,000 Spider-Man? How does no one catch him? I'm sorry, dude. What? What are we doing, man? That was outlandish. That was a great scene, but it was outlandish. It was
Well, yeah,
outlandish for
it's
even
a
an animated movie. It was,
that's the point of an animated movie, though. It's an animated superhero
yeah,
movie. Of
well,
course, it's gonna have scenes
if
like
we're gonna
that.
be comparing it to Spider-Man 2, I don't care if it's animated. You either
Then
get
what
in the
about
ring or get
then?
out.
But then Across the Spider-Verse should be
I'm not
not
giving
compared to it
excuses.
then either. Then the
What?
first Spider-Verse movie shouldn't
Bec-
be compared either.
No, because they actually did a lot more right.
But they
They
had a
made it
lot of
look
outlandish moments too, though, so it doesn't matter. I don't
not
get the point.
hilariously outlandish like this. This is
He threw a
hilariously
bagel at a
outlandish.
guy. He threw a bagel at
That's
a dude.
that is Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But like
That is Spider-Man.
the bad guy that was a giant fat guy, which I actually liked, but like again, it's outlandish.
Oh, you want to talk about outlandish? Like the bad guy in this one is the Spot, where he can pick a spot off him and open up a portal. That's pretty outlandish if you ask me. I'm not saying that him or the
I'm
Kingpin was
not saying
bad.
outlandish
I
in
like
terms of
both the
like
villains,
I'm
but
not saying
that's pretty
outlandish in terms of like
outlandish.
fantasy, like this could never exist. I'm saying in universe, why would Miles Morales be able to outrun? What was it? I don't even know they gave a number. I think he should not be able to outrun at least 100 Spider-Man.
Yeah,
No way. I don't care. Really don't care. It
and
just
you
it spits on Spider-Man as a
it
character.
is kind of funny too. You want to bring up like reusing the same lines. He goes, "Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing again." I do really love that scene. I won't lie,
Yeah.
but
It is cool how he gets away, but it's like they shouldn't have put that many Spider-Man against him. It's like why? How's that even like Miles Morales should be God if that's the case. He really should be. Maybe they're gonna do that in the next movie.
what I think this movie does really well is I like the fact that the entire like Spider-Man like Watchmen or whatever, they all know that Miles' dad has to die. And the fact that they keep it from him and the reveal that when Miles
Yeah.
finds that out, I think that's really well done. I like the fact that even his friends were hiding that info from him. That's the whole reason why Gwen went and visited him to make sure that like the seeds were planted for his dad to actually die. Like he has to go through his big tragedy, and even though he's the big anomaly, he's trying to be Spider-Man and stop that from happening.
I don't. I feel like they don't do a good enough job explaining. Are they trying to kill his father? Like I don't understand. Is he the only Spider-Man ever to try to fight this? Like I feel like there's no way he's the first.
Yeah.
And
I
why
don't
is
think
he
he is, but
successful
I
in
think
doing
that
it?
well, he might not be. There's still another movie.
Well, he's not
It's
even supposed
true,
to
but
technically be
when I say
that universe's
he shouldn't have
Spider-Man.
got this far, if that's the case.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
like
Um,
Spider-Man, but a Spider-Man isn't gonna go and kill somebody for no reason. Like that's not who they are as like a character.
yeah.
I just don't get why there's an anomaly Spider-Man. And it took this
I
long
think
for them to get to it.
this kind of ties into like the MCU a little bit, at least the way they explained how the multiverse works with like canon events. And so like
Well, why does he need a canon
then
event if he's not even supposed to be Spider-Man?
Well,
but
every
And
everyone
Spider-Man
why
has
has
a
a
and
canon
why
canon
event.
event
and why isn't
Every
it his
Spider-Man
uncle?
has one.
Why is it not his uncle? Why does he have
because
to
Miles
why does he
isn't
have
the
to suffer
Spider-Man of
so
his
much more?
universe. Because Miles isn't the Spider-Man.
Because the Prowler was
Now
supposed
he
to
is though. So
die
what
probably
If
regardless. Like he was probably supposed to die fighting a bad or Spider-Man regardless. But then Spider-Man died and it like created this alternate thing where his dad then had to die to be the because it's ultimately if you look at it, it's like Spider-Man's ultimate parental figure is the one who has to die usually, besides the Andrew movies which are terrible because that was like Gwen was like his big one for
well,
some
Uncle
reason.
Ben dies, but
it's
like
been
no one
too.
Yeah, but like
cares.
he grieved Uncle Ben for like a month.
Don't
Killed,
give a
found
shit, dude.
literally,
Yeah,
but
no.
like I just think this movie builds the relationship up with his dad super well and shows the dynamic of him trying to help his dad and himself get closer while being Spider-Man. It shows how he isn't balancing being Spider-Man and Miles well. Like his roommate knows. His roommate said he doesn't want to be the guy in the chair, which I thought was hilarious. It's a hilarious
That was
joke.
funny.
Like the dynamic of showing that all of his friends who know what's going to happen not telling him and seeing how he reacts to that it's like it's just so much fun to watch. It's such a good movie.
We got
I truly think it's better than Into the Spider-Verse.
we have to talk about the ending too. The ending
Yeah.
scene where he gets transported to Universe 42, where that spider is originally from, and that big ending where the Prowler's alive. Oh, sorry, his Uncle Aaron's alive in that universe, and the Prowler is Miles. I mean, I don't get shell shocked watching movies often. That like I was like very shocked watching that.
Yeah, that was an unbelievable ending.
Like I never in my wildest imagination did I think that was gonna happen.
But that kind of shows you where Miles was headed if he didn't get bit by that spider.
Exactly.
That was what he was gonna end up as. And I just think it's a great dynamic. I truly think this is an S tier movie. I think
Um,
Into the
I think
Spider-Verse
Into's
should be an
better.
A. I don't, but
I think Into is just like I'm not saying it's a headache in a bad way. I think it's a headache like Across the Spider-Verse is or Into the Spider-Verse is less of a headache. It's less you got to know this and that. It's less of that. You can just watch that. You can have your brain off and watch that way easier than Across the Spider-Verse.
I think
I
that's
in
think.
fair.
Into the Spider-Verse, the side characters are way better than Across the Spider-Verse. Like Spider
Yes,
Noir, Spider Ham. I mean,
definitely.
Gwen's great. What's the girl? Not Spider Gwen. Like, was it Penny Parker?
Penny Penny
Yeah.
Yeah,
Parker.
she's good. Am I forgetting anyone?
Peter Porker.
Well, I said Spider Ham.
Oh, did you?
Spider-Man.
Yeah, I mean,
I
I
didn't
think
hear
they're
you.
great. I mean, the end of the second one, you see that they're all coming back. So I think the third one, I don't think anything's off limits. I think there's a chance Tom, Toby, and Andrew show up. I think it's going to be literally anything can happen.
We'll see.
All right, so where are
I've
we
seen
putting it?
reports of that, but oh, I don't know, man.
Personally, I think it's an S tier movie, but
I don't.
you guys can figure it out from there. I mean, I think
I'm
this movie is
floating between A
unbelievable.
and B. I don't know if it. I don't know.
A and B?
It would
What?
have to be
I think I'm putting
after.
it above No Way Home.
All right, top of B.
I think it's an A tier
I
at
think
least.
I think I'd put it in A tier.
All right, I think it's
You can go
after
A
this
tier.
one though.
Yeah, that's fine.
Better? Better or worse, you mean?
I think
There?
Spider-Man 1's better than this.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
All right. The last one, and I don't think I'm not this isn't recency bias. This is my genuine opinion. This is the second best Spider-Man movie I think I've ever seen. I loved this movie. I thought this movie did
I don't
everything
know,
right.
man.
I think it did everything right. I think the way that Jean like the scene was I don't really like Zendaya as MJ, but the scene between Zendaya and Peter when she's
Is it-
mind controlled and he thinks she's back and then her just being like psych never mind is just such
Yeah.
a good like gut punch to Peter. Like I just the Hulk being in it, the Punisher being in it,
Well,
like just adds to the level of this movie. I think they're being like not being a true bad guy. I think it being a bunch of smaller bad guys. Obviously, Jean Grey is like the bad guy, I guess, but like not really.
Well, it's damage control.
Well, yeah, but like throughout the entire movie, everyone thinks it's Jean,
Yeah.
and it like kind of is, and then at the very end, it's not.
It's my takeaway of the movie. Everything that they do is excellent, but there are some things that they should have done. Like they should have done a Spider-Man villain.
Yeah.
They probably shouldn't have done damage control so heavily involved. Um, but the things that they did do were excellent. I'll say that.
I mean, the swinging in this movie, like Tyson 2 doesn't do a lot of things right, but the swinging and stuff in that movie is pretty good. I just think that whatever John Watts was doing with the swinging in the Home trilogy, it it looks awful compared to what we got in Brand New Day. It's just so clean, it's crisp. It's a new way of doing all the Spider-Man stuff. And they took a lot of inspiration from like the video games. So like all the moves he's doing when he's like fighting and
Oh
like the
yeah.
action scenes in this movie. Like when he's fighting the hand, it's just top notch. I have zero
Yeah,
complaints about any of the action in this movie.
the action in this movie is probably it's arguably the best in any Spider-Man movie. It is so good. And whether that's, him trying to fight Jean when she's transforming into all the people or like the Hulk, like it's the only thing I didn't really enjoy about this movie was that he's still trying to be friends with Ned and
Yeah.
MJ.
Yeah.
I kind of wish they pivoted a little bit for at least for this movie, but I didn't necessarily hate it.
I
I
do
wish
think
they
it,
introduced some new characters.
yeah, I was gonna
Or not
say,
new, but I
Yeah.
mean like Osborn and Gwen.
yeah.
Something new to add on to for the next movie because I feel like I don't know, we didn't go back to Ned again.
I
I don't
like
know.
Ned, I like MJ, but I feel like their stories ended at the end of No Way Home. where
Yeah, for
Peter
sure.
where Peter doesn't introduce himself to MJ and he sees that she's hurt from his actions and he leaves it be. I think it could have been cool if you had them like still in this movie and like have like
Um,
smaller roles than this. Like kind of like what I thought would have been perfect for this movie is I truly thought Peter was gonna get the symbiote suit at the end of this movie. And what you could have done is have Peter like kind of stalking MJ like he does, but sees like she has a boyfriend and he gets rageful from it because he wants to be with MJ, stuff like that. But I agree with
you know
Tom.
what?
I think it's time for new supporting characters, whether we get Miles, like a Harry Osborn, a new best friend, Gwen, somebody. I,
I'll
I
say
don't I
that
don't need to see MJ and Ned in this next movie.
I think this movie sets up the symbiote perfectly. I really do think it does.
Yeah.
Um, I think it's going to lead to Ned becoming the Hobgoblin. I think um, he's going to come back with the symbiote from Secret Wars or whatever. He's going to be super angry. He's probably going to be lashing out at Ned and MJ. And Ned's going to be like, dude, I don't even know who you are, man. I
Yeah.
barely know you.
Well, how
And,
did you guys
you know,
interpret the ending scene with Peter and Ned? I took it
I
I'm,
think
as
I'm
he's
he
taught.
remembers that MJ said that Spider-Man is Peter. I don't think he remembers Peter directly. I think he knows that
yeah.
he is
I don't
Spider-Man.
know.
That's how I think he knows him.
I don't think either of them will remember who he is because I mean you can't really reverse a spell like that
Yeah.
unless
He's
unless
magical.
him but him trying to get them to remember and them remembering then leads to somewhat of an incursion, which kind of sets up Doomsday with why everyone's all in the same universe.
I I
But I
saw
don't think that's the case, so I think they're just
I
not going to
saw
remember
people
who he
saying
is.
that like, Jean lifted the spell just for those two, and I think that would be very lazy and poor writing. I
Yeah,
think it would
that
be
would be
stupid.
lazy. That would be
Um,
Um,
lazy.
I don't know. You'd have to see how it plays out. It's too much.
One part
Yeah.
about this movie that I actually thought they like nailed on the head was there wasn't too much of the Scorpion. I've seen people online like, oh, they wasted the Scorpion. They brought him back after
LB,
10 years. Yes,
LB.
LB did say that. But when you look at the Scorpion, he can't carry a movie like certain like villains can. Like
No.
he's never going to be the main villain of a movie.
Um,
He's a
I
perfect
don't.
Like
side
he's not
villain.
in like the top tier of like Green
I
Goblin,
just,
Doc
I just think.
Ock,
Oh no, definitely not. But
or
I think they should have
Craven.
gave
Like
him.
that's not
They should
him.
have gave him more of a role. I think
I think he didn't overstay his
he was.
welcome. It
He
was a
was.
perfect amount of
He was
time.
less than a side character in this. He's less than a side character. I'd
That's
rather
fine by
him be
me.
like behind the damage control shit, something like that. Maybe do something more interesting like that.
I don't
I don't
know.
think he needs to be the main villain. Also, well, you know what? I'll say this. I think Jean Grey was a little too evil.
I didn't love Gene's
But
inclusion of it. I'll be
but Jean
honest.
Grey is kind of like that though, because then
Ah,
she gets the Phoenix power and turns into a bad guy.
yeah, but that's possession.
Yeah, that's
Not
just like
really.
over the course of
No,
time
that's
where
a
she
that's a
just becomes
possession.
too
I
powerful.
I I thought it was more like the Phoenix Force more so just like corrupted her fully. So
Phoenix
that's
makes her heal.
Well,
well, yeah. But
She's
like I
not
thought she
Phoenix.
was,
She's not Dark Phoenix
but
yet.
I thought she
I
always kind
hope
of
they don't do
teetered
that.
on it. I hope they don't do it either.
I
That
hope they
movie
don't
was
do it.
terrible.
It's already failed
That's further
twice.
down. It's further down the line.
Yeah,
They got
that
to
it's
do
at
it. It's
least
too
10, 15
iconic.
years away.
I
At
wouldn't say that long,
least.
but
They might be able to do it well in the MCU if that's like her last hurrah, is she gets the Phoenix Force
Well,
and then
there
that's the
needs to be
last of
people
her.
that actually know what they're doing if they're going to do the Phoenix Force.
Yeah, true.
Like I haven't, I've only seen clips of Dark Phoenix, but like the fact that it's just like, oh, it comes from aliens and aliens are here now. Like that's not it. I also
I think they can do it well.
one of
We're
my
getting
big takeaways from
sidetracked.
hold on, one of my big
We're
takeaways from this movie is on the first rewatch, I never got the sense that Jean was an Omega level mutant. And on the second watch, I kind of understood it. Freezing half in New York is whatever, but I don't know. I just didn't believe
No,
that was Jean Grey.
I think
yeah,
that's
dude,
why
freezing half
they
of New
did
York
that.
is whatever.
But she is an Omega level mutant.
I
I think
understand,
Right.
but
they're trying to show how she's getting her
they're
powers stronger
building
and
it up, and I
stronger.
get it. And like she's still weak with her powers,
I
which
think
is
I think it would
whatever.
suck if she was strong, or if she was stronger. I
But the
think it
thing
would
I think
is,
it
suck.
would make
again,
It would be horrible.
it wouldn't make any sense if right out of the
Yeah.
gate she was like the most powerful mutant because then where would she have been for the past MCU movies?
well, the thing is, again, they're completely different universes, and the X-Men movies are just a mess. But in X3, Professor X and Magneto go to Jean's house when she's a child because she's on a list of the most powerful beings in the universe. And I just feel like you need her to
Yeah,
be
this is a
one
different
of the most,
setup.
like, you need her to be the most powerful person. That's what she
But
is.
they set it up for Damage Control to be the villain. So Damage
Yeah,
Control
I
takes the
understand.
sister,
I don't
which
know.
is how she
It was
gets
just a
found.
nitpick. I've kind of gone back on it, I thought, but my first rewatch, I just didn't get that sense.
I mean, she did freeze half of New York completely.
But Jean
I
Grey could
also at
freeze
the
the
beginning,
entire
but at the
world,
be
though. You know what I
you
mean?
see a progression of her powers
Yeah,
though,
she's
which I
getting
think is
stronger and
excellent.
stronger, which I picked up on that like when I
Yep,
watched it again.
but like Jean, she wasn't trying to freeze the world though. She was just trying to freeze that area.
I understand.
I
Anyways,
think it
we
did
gotta
a
rank
great
this.
job.
I did too. I think
Oh, hold
this is
on.
an
We
S
got
tier.
one last thing. How about
Oh, one last
what's gonna
thing.
come down for when they eventually do the Avengers versus the X-Men? Is Spider-Man has created the mutant cure. He has given damage
Yeah.
control the mutant cure in the inhibitor. I feel
Hey,
like that's a part of this movie you can't underestimate. A
didn't that
lot of
get
this was world building, I'll be
destroyed?
honest, when you look at it.
Didn't it get destroyed?
But don't they know how
It
to
was
do it or
made.
something?
It was
It was
made, I guess,
made. Yeah.
but it was
Yeah.
made. You were talking
I
about how
think they'll
Peter
come
Parker
back.
needed to be smart, though. This was finally Peter Parker being
Yeah.
Yeah.
smart.
Well,
And he
I don't
makes a
know
good
if
decision and
Peter
he
is going to be
finds
an enemy of the X-Men down the line.
he stops the villain on his own
Yeah.
in this movie. He's not stupid. He doesn't make a stupid mistake. I guess the stupid mistake was when he was like
Well, the stupid
he
mistake is
thought
handing
MJ.
Jean over to the damage control people.
Yeah. Yeah. But
But I feel like
but
you
that
kind of need
wasn't
something
really.
like that in a movie like this, where like
yeah, that wasn't that
Peter has
dumb.
to mess up and save the day.
That was not that
Yeah.
dumb. She was
Right, because he
being
didn't.
a
Yeah.
terrorist. She was being a terrorist, pretty much. She killed that
Yeah.
guy with the beard,
That was awesome.
or
He
maybe he
did.
survived.
That was awesome.
I hope he didn't.
Also, another underrated part of this movie is I fully believe that Peter and Frank have been friends for years. Like that relationship and that bond, it felt like that well, I felt like I wanted to see more of that. And I wanted to see what happens in like the years previous. Like how do they meet? How do they know each other? Like stuff like that. I feel like that is
Staten
an
Island.
important part about yeah, I want to see what happened in Staten Island. It's an important part of what's gonna come in the future of the MCU.
All
Yep.
right, I think it's time to finally rank this movie. We've kind of rambled
Yeah,
a
that's
little
fine.
too much.
I,
It's an S tier. It's an easy S tier. I think it's second in S tier. I think it's the second best Spider-Man movie.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not allowing anything to go in front of Into the Spider-Verse right now. I think it's
It's because
A.
you're a loser. You're in
I
it.
think I
Like
would
you're
go
That's
S
just
fine.
tier. I would go S tier behind Into the Spider-Verse.
no. It's
It's
fu-
not going. I'm
it's
telling you right
better.
now, it's
I think it's
not going in
ahead.
front of Into the Spider-Verse. That's not happening.
It's so much better than Into the
It's not.
Spider-Verse. It
It's
is. It
not.
is, dude. It
I don't know,
is.
because I just rewatched the Spider-Verse movies and I thought
Oh,
Brand New Day was definitely better than Across. and I think it might be better than Into, but I
It
don't know.
Oh,
is. It
stop
is better than
that.
Into the
Stop
I gotta
Spider-Verse.
rewatch Brand New
that.
Day again, I guess. I
It's
love Brand
I
New
better.
guess I
Day.
had to do too.
There was a lot of I don't know.
But
The only
just
thing with
like
Brand New Day is there's no Spider-Man villain.
That's
That
the
kind of
thing.
pissed me
That's
off
like
a
what
little bit.
hinders it, in my
it
opinion. There's
doesn't,
no
but it
Spider-Man
doesn't,
But
villain in it.
it was an
it
excellent movie.
doesn't, it didn't need it. That wasn't the point of
Yeah.
this movie. This was a small scale movie,
It's just
like
Tom
in
needs that
terms of
defining
villain.
villain.
I mean, I guess, but like
I
he
get why they
really
took a break
doesn't.
though. I get why
Yeah,
they
I
took a
get it.
break.
But like in
They,
Spider-Man 5, there
yeah,
should be a Spider-Man villain. It shouldn't be Damage Control. It shouldn't be the X-Men. It should be a Spider-Man villain.
yeah.
Yeah, I like Brand New Day a second.
It's the second
I
I'll,
best
thought
I'll put
Tom
it.
Marvel.
I'll put
Holland
it third. I don't want to put it second.
You have to put
Holland
it second.
and Holland and Zendaya were unbelievable.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Unbelievable.
It's probably the best acted Spider-Man movie of any Spider-Man movie.
All right. So we want.
Um,
I
yeah.
have a hard time putting this movie above Into the Spider-Verse.
And look at the Hulk in this movie. This is the best version of Hulk we've had since the first Avengers movie, probably, or the second Avengers movie. Like it's like prime Hulk.
It juggles the side
It's
characters
so
well.
good.
Like they don't like they're
Yes.
never overbearing. Like they're never
There
it's like
isn't
never too much of one person.
there isn't
I
a
think
scene in this movie that I genuinely that I was like, this sucks.
so,
There was not a single scene.
yeah. I'm trying to think.
I can't think of a bad part of this movie, if I'm
Again,
being
like I
honest.
don't
There
want to
was a
say it.
couple of iconic scenes too.
Yeah.
I think that will become
Absolutely.
iconic. The when he says I'm both. When
Yeah,
MJ when Jean Grey is in MJ's body.
yeah, that is iconic.
The Hulk scene. Some of the Punisher scenes are great,
Yeah.
I think the
Well,
Punisher dressing
or
up in
most
the
of them.
mask,
That
the
yeah,
Punisher dressing in the
that's a
mask and like jumping in the window is hilarious.
or even
Him,
like or even like 25 seconds later where Peter's just like staring at the crowd, like looking at like everyone that loves Spider-Man. Like
yeah.
that's perfect.
I also think the
yeah.
scene where Jean Grey gets into the Punisher's head and the Punisher is the only one to talk like Jean. I think that's hilarious. That's a hilarious scene in the movie.
All right, we gotta put this somewhere in the tier list. Where are we putting it?
It's the
I know
second
I'm fine with
best.
it at two. I'm fine with it at
It's
two.
two.
I think I agree with that.
Thank you.
I don't, but I'll put
I
it
mean, if
there.
we could put it third
I
and
Hmm.
just keep
I
it
I'd
an S
prefer
tier.
it to be third or even top A.
Oh
All
no,
right.
I
Do we
can't.
want to read
It's
top
one
of
of the best.
A? It's easily the second best. Do we?
I'll give you third of S, but
All right, we'll put it third of
um,
us.
because I'm kind of torn
No,
between those two.
Too bad.
no.
I'm controlling it. It's going there.
That's terrible though. But that's just
I think
objectively
You lose.
wrong.
You control it next
Yeah,
time.
but that's just wrong. I don't care. I'm gonna die on this hill. That's objectively wrong. Brand
It's
New
not.
Day is
It's
in the
my
running.
opinion. How is my opinion wrong?
Your opinion's factually incorrect because
You're factually incorrect.
Brand New Day is in the running for best Spider-Man movie of all time, and Into the Spider-Verse is not even close to that
You eat
conversation.
crayons.
All right, all right.
All right. You want me to put it back? I'll put it back.
Put it at two. That's where it
Fine.
belongs.
I mean,
I
I'm fine with that
disagree, but
list.
I'll appease you.
So this is the
That's the perfect
BCW
list.
All right.
list.
Do we want to change
Um,
anything? We want to go back over L in the LB tier we have TASM 2, which I feel like it's so fitting.
I would be okay if we bumped Far From Home up
That's what I was thinking.
into the
After
after
3,
Spider-Man 3. I think D might have been too harsh,
I think D is a
but
yeah.
I
little
just
harsh. All right,
it's a
Okay.
mid movie.
we'll
I
bump
just
it
don't
up.
like it.
I
That's
think
perfect.
Spider-Man 3 is perfectly rated. I think it could be the top of D, but
No, it's not that bad.
the thing is, if we're
No,
gonna
I
do
don't hate
that,
that.
if we're gonna move Spider-Man 3 down, you would have to move Far From Home right back down.
Well, yeah, exactly.
But we'll leave it. No Way Home and Homecoming, I think that's fine. Spider-Man 1 and Across, I think is fine. And again, my only change would be flipping Brand New Day into the Spider-Verse. But other than that, I don't have any complaints.
And
This
this list
genuinely
is
might be
all right.
I think
my
this isn't
list.
too bad.
I would have a little tweaks here and there just
Yeah,
based off
I
of
would
my
have a couple
preferences,
tweaks.
but
Like it would be
objectively, this is
my top three would be Into the Spider-Verse, Spider-Man 2, probably Brand New Day.
dude, that's a terrible top three. You
Good. It's mine.
suck.
Thanks.
It's a Sean
Good.
Keegan top three.
Good. I would prefer that.
I like this list. This is the
Yeah.
BCW list.
Yeah.
Next we'll do MCU next. How about that, guys?
That's gonna be a 3-hour video, bro.
That's gonna be
That's gonna be
Yeah,
we
all
should
we're
do.
three.
gonna have to go less in depth.
I was gonna have to say that's gonna have to be cut in half too. We're gonna have to do like up
Part
until
one.
like
You should do each phase.
I was just thinking we go like to Infinity War, like from Iron Man to Infinity War, Endgame to now. That's what I was
Okay,
thinking.
that would work.
Split it into two parts.
Yeah, well, none of them will be as good as Spider-Man 2. So
Hmm.
I, we'll see.
Have
I
you
kind of
seen
disagree with
Thor:
that,
Love and
but
Thunder?
our tier list on all 11 Spider-Man movies. I'm to Tam. That was no Sedge, and as you can see, Mott.
He's a walk.
He's
Mm.